Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. Finally got done with a few things around the house and my property and taking care of some business with my landscaping snow removal business. So needless to say, I haven't had much time to post anything up to YouTube. But in the cold hours of a Montana winter, I have had time to fiddle fuck around with some of my RC projects. And I was looking for which way to go next with these 24th, 25th scale RCs based on the Wltoys K989, K969 on-road chassis cars. And I'm thinking at this point of going something with a JDM build. But I was also thinking about doing something Paul Walker based for a tribute build for him. Ken Walker, of course, being a big Ken Block fan, he's passing away this January. Was thinking maybe I should do some type of unicorn or a Huna truck. But as you can see, I've got a couple different options. If I were to go with Brian's, any of his builds, the Skylines, the Toyotas, the Supra, Lightning. I had a lot of fun doing this drift build, putting the fender arches on it, and just kind of going outside my normal build comfort zone. I haven't ever built anything JDM or drift inspired before. I did have a lot of fun with that. And I have gotten a few parts, resin printed parts for this, if I decide to go this route. I have a supercharger and a couple other items I might put on that and make it into a pretty mean looking machine there. Oh, I was going to say, back to body swapping though. I will probably make an all-wheel drive chassis for the Skylines and a rear-wheel drive chassis for the Supra bodies, because I will only have to build one chassis length for them. I want to say the Skyline actually ended up matching the chassis length of the Cougar, the Boss 429, and the Monte Carlo SS. So that could be an easy way to go about doing another body. This one here, if I swap out the Boss 429 rear body posts with those, I can actually use this body on this wheelbase. So I did a quick curbside for it, just blacked out the windows, nothing special, a little bit of touch-up paint on the outside. I did do a custom grill on it. This is a 69 GT500 grill that's in there. I cut it down and moved it back, cut out the original grill and recessed it, just to give it a little bit more modern look, in my opinion. Having the blacked out recessed grill looks more like the newer cars. This one I still need to go through and do some panel wash to. I'm noticing it could really help that car out if I did some panel wash to that body. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the resin print that I got for this car project, potentially. So I got a big bad supercharger for it, and this is all from Iceman Models. He's got a eBay store page. I don't know if he's got another way of selling things. I've only ever gotten things from him on eBay. But got my piece of metal picked out for my chassis, and a little template there that I can trace onto there, increase my length. Yeah, that's kind of where I was left off on this. Oh yeah, I got this wing. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this wing with the build or not. It's a big drag wing. I may use it for something else, but it's floating around in the box with all the other parts for now. We'll see if I end up using it or not. I will be doing a follow-up video if y'all want, showing some of the other portions of my RC collection rather than just these micro guys. I do have quite a collection of the 1/16th, 1/12th scale WPL MN sized and branded trail trucks. I guess some of them you could call a crawler once you you spend enough time tuning them and stuff, you can call them a legitimate crawler if you set them up right. But I mostly use them for going on hikes, keep myself in shape. Because you can get quite a few miles on the things if you're running those 2 speeds with just a little 370 motor in them. They go quite a long ways, and they're not so small that they're slower than walking pace, and they're not so big that you have to really go looking for crazy obstacles. You can use more or less any obstacle. We're running right down a truck tires rut that you have on a trail somewhere, Jeep trail or something. But anyways, I'm getting carried away, kind of rambling on here. Thanks again for checking out what I got going on here on the bench. If you have any suggestions as far as what you'd like to see me build for both Ken Block and shoot, I'm drawing a blank now. Shit. Paul Walker. Both a Paul Walker and a Ken Block tribute build. I'm kind of feeling that those ought to be my next 2 builds, seeing as they both had a pretty large influence on the car culture as I was growing up. I want to say I was in middle school when the original Fast and Furious came out, and Ken Block and his antics with Gymkhana and just all the rally driving he's done clear back to when he was doing stuff with Pastrana and his boys, just randomly meeting up and bashing. The whole hoonigan movement and bringing motorsports back down to the grassroots and promoting young men to go out and women to go out and just wrench on whatever you can afford and just go, full send and have a good time. I think that was the right move for the car culture at the right time, and it's definitely influenced me and my friends and some of our builds over the years. I'd really like to do what I can in my limited capacity to get back to them gentlemen and at least do a cool RC build or 2 based on how they've inspired me, and I would like to do it in a way in something that they might own in real life or might enjoy or make a scene with, maybe a Gymkhana with, or go out and maybe have their car make a cameo in a Fast and the Furious movie. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Any comments you guys want to leave down in the bleep loops about how either of those gentlemen, Paul Walker or Ken Block, had influenced your life, or Hoonigan, or the Fast and the Furious movies. I'd love to just hear about any of that type of stuff, how it influenced you or your friends. Maybe you have some RC cars at home that you guys have based on those movies or those people. Just love to hear it. Y'all have a good March 2023, and I'll get talking to you soon.